And good afternoon, everybody, or should I say, hola! ¿Cómo estás usted? Welcome to Mexico City! Okay, I'm having a little bit too much fun here. Anyway, we are here for race number 3 as we have stepped across the border into Mexico for the Mexico City race number 3. It's going to be 9 laps of racing here today. On the pole, going to be Steven Gonzalez alongside of James Qualls, both of whom actually need some pretty good finishes here today. And then the rest of the top 5 the top 4, the second row is going to look like this. Joshua Perry in the 93, alongside of Jack Richards in the 4. So we will get the command to fire the engines. The cars will peel off. Take a look at the cool red flames on the pace car down here. Why is it Mexico always have the better looking pace cars than the United States? That's not fair. Okay, so here is the starting lineup, the 27 car field for the race here today at Mexico City. So we will prepare for 9 laps of racing here at Mexico City, which is actually a little bit bigger than Watkins Glen. And, if I do say so myself, a little bit more mentally challenging as well. So, we're going to be keeping our eyes on the top 10 or top 5 coming into this race, who, to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, they are separated by only 43 points. They are Alexander James, right behind her, or Alexander Jones. Behind her, we've got Joshua Osborne, and then it is Jack Nayten, Robert Ban, and last week's winner, Jacob Rodriguez. Those 5 separated by 43 points. So Steven Gonzalez going to get us underway here. Mexico City, a very long, as I mentioned, a very long road course. And for the most part, it's a rather flat road course. At Watkins Glen, you've got ups and downs and everything to add to it. This is a rather flat road course. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Not really that familiar with Mexico City, with the racetrack. So I really can't tell you where the place is that the wrecks occur most often, as I could at Watkins Glen in that S-turn, but we may find out yet what that place is actually going to be as we will prepare for the green flag to come out for race number 3 here at Mexico City. Down to the stripe they come. And there's the green flag to put us underway for race number 3 of the National Guard IndyCar Series. This has been a rather unusual series for me. I've really enjoyed commentating this kind of a series. And it will be having a season 2, by the way. Steven Gonzalez going to take the lead here. Whoa. Thought for a moment he was going to get challenged for the lead. Whoa! Look at him sliding off that turn. Man, oh man. Right back there in second. We got a new second place car, actually. That's Justin Perry in the 93, now taking over second place. And the cars have actually started to get a little bit more single file now. Not that much double wide racing going on right now, but hey, that's typical road course racing here. Look at these S-turns. It's a left, right, constantly. Whoa, we got a challenge on here, though. For second, James Qualls is there. Qualls needs a good run here today. Whoa, someone kicking up some dust back there. Couldn't tell who it was. I could easily find out, though. I recognize the car. Yeah, I thought so. It was Justin Perry in the 17. Oh! There's a car scraping the wall just behind him. That's our points leader! Alexander Jones, get off the wall! Get off the wall! That away. Get back up on the racetrack. That's not the way you want to do that if you're a points leader. Man, oh man, oh man. Look at them here. They're 4 wide coming down this stretch. Not supposed to do that. Well, they are doing it, and they're doing it further up ahead, too. Look at this. Look at this absolute chaos. And it looks like almost a 5-car breakaway here. Well, actually a 6-car breakaway. As everybody else is just racing their heads off here. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, we know that Alexandra Jones has hit the wall already. She's been scraping the wall. What about the guy who comes in second in the standings, Joshua Osborne? He's back here in a fight. He's actually scored unofficially in the 12th position. Trying to close in on the back bumper of the number 27 of Pichu London. Seems to be riding pretty comfortably right now, though, so he's found his spot, I guess, and is going to stay there. I think right here is the trouble spot. These cars coming at such high speeds. If they get up in that high side, then no telling what's going to happen. Oh! Second in the standings, Joshua Osborne nearly goes for a nice little spin. Kicking up a little bit of dust as he passes by. Where's Alexandra Jones running now? In the 33, all the way back in 20th position. 8 spots behind Joshua Osborne. That's not going to get her the points lead. Leaving here today, it would hand it over probably to Joshua Osborne, depending on where some of our top 5 runners are running now. See where Robert Band, 4th in the standings, is running. He's actually back here in the 22nd position. So he is actually behind points leader Alexandra Jones. So let's jump to the 22 of Jack Nayten, who is actually running even worse, back into 25th spot. Although, is that Alexandra Jones back there? Yeah, it is. So she actually scored in the 27th position. So she is behind everybody. She's dead last. The points leader is dead last. And look at the lead Steven Gonzalez has gotten over the rest of the field. Man, oh man. There he is. And there's Justin Perry, the second place car, a long ways back. I'll tell you what, they need a caution in order to catch back up to Steven Gonzalez. Oh, another car off the racetrack there. That was Joseph Bryant. Running in 6th position. That may not be a good omen for Bryant. He was 6th in the standings coming into last week's race. He was running in 6th and he ended up wrecking. So maybe he doesn't want to be running in 6th right now. Why don't he just let the car behind him there, Robert Brooks, go on by for that position and run in 7th? Maybe that's a little bit luckier. There's Justin Perry. We saw him kicking up some dust earlier. Well, he's going to do it a little bit more here. Looks like he almost did. As he's going to get challenged for that position by Matt Nayten, who came away with a DNF last week at Watkins Glen, trying to get back on the hit parade. Ended up leaving the first race, Daytona, in the 5th position in the standings, but he is going to lose that position, it looks like, to Justin Perry. Then you got Pichu London back there currently running in the 10th position. Pichu needs a good run here today as well in that number 27. And directly behind him, currently running in 11th, is a guy who is on our desperate list, really. Ryan Acosta in that 11th position now. That'd be a good finish for that number 13 based on those different finishes he's had in the last 2 races. Another driver that's actually going to need a good run, whoa, is Jake Cole in the 23. Let's see where he's running. Pretty good run right now. He's in the 17th position. And there's another driver that really needs a good run. I'm trying to think of who it is. Maybe if I go through the list here, I'll remember who it is. Yes, there he is. Samet Ozkan. He needs a good run here today as well. He's actually just ahead of his teammate, Bryon LaFlair Jr., who's under fire for 21st, as Samet Ozkan runs in the 20th position. Well, how about Steven Gonzalez? Oh, spin! That was Robert Band, 4th in the standings, spinning out. And it brings out the caution. That spin for Robert Band was enough to bring out the caution. I'll tell you who is hating that right now. That's that car right there, Steven Gonzalez in the 9. The caution waves for a spinning Robert Band. And we're on lap 5 of 9. We know that Steven Gonzalez is going to lead coming down to the caution flag. And that's the car we're under the caution for. Robert Band, 4th in the standings. He was 19th last time by. He'll cross this time in 27th. That's, if he doesn't on this final restart pick up some spots, he's going to be in a world of hurting when the final standings come out. Let's see what happened to the number 14. Alright, here's Robert Bryon. Now, that was a right-hand turn he had to take. Then you have to make a left-hand turn, and I think you have to make another right-hand turn. Maybe he ends up just getting a little loose. Just ahead of him is Matthew Rodriguez. Looks like he ended up having a little bit of trouble with that rumble strip. And here we go. Bryon just... Oh, he just made contact with Matthew Rodriguez right there. That's what spun him out. But I'll tell you, the big thing that really played out in Bryon's favor is the fact that he did not really... He makes a teeny bit of contact with the rear, that spoiler on the back of his car, but not really that much contact for Robert Bryon. He was able to slow that race car down pretty doggone well, but will he be able to pick up spots on this last restart? It's going to be the big question, as Steven Gonzalez leads the way. Now, one thing I like about these long road courses, it doesn't take them very long to put us back under green. We will go back under green on lap 8 of 9, which means it'll be a green-white checkered to decide the race here at Mexico City. Steven Gonzalez leads the way. Jack Richards is in second. Joshua Perry runs in third. Fourth is Aaron Williams, and fifth is James Qualls. Robert Brooks is sixth. Joseph Bryant seventh. Joshua Perry eighth. Ninth is Matt Nayten, and 10th is Pichu London. 11th is Ryan Acosta. 12th is Tim Walsh. 13th is Joshua Osborne, who I'm pretty certain is going to leave the points leader here today. I'm pretty certain of it. William Duncan runs in 14th. 15th is Hunter Gauntz. Jake Cole 16th. 17th Luke Walker. 18th Matthew Rodriguez. 19th is Samet Ozkan. Jacob Rodriguez, last week's winner, he runs in 20th. Charles Jackson, 21st. 22nd, Bryon LaFlair Jr. Mike Flanagan, 23rd. 24th is Jack Nayten. 25th is Brandon Bain. 26th is Alexandra Jones. And Robert Bryon runs in 27th. So 3 of our drivers coming into this race in the top 5 in standings are not even running inside of the top 20. Nayten, Jones, and Bryon. Well, Steven Gonzalez has been so dominant all day long. Can he continue that here, as it's going to be a single file restart? He'll get the green flag. Next time around, he'll get the white flag. And then the next time around, the checkers. A green-white checker decides the race. Green flag is waving. Oh, Jack Richards doesn't want to wait. He dives to the outside line to try and make a move here on Steven Gonzalez. Will it stick? He's going to try it. And he may succeed. He has the preferred line heading in this turn. No! That momentum did not help him. And oh! Steven Gonzalez almost turned around there. These cars trying to get back up to speed here. And I'll tell you what, Josh Perry is right behind Steven Gonzalez. We may have a battle on our hands before this race is over. Also joining that fray, Jack Richards getting back into the picture there. I believe that's Jack Richards. Yes, it is indeed. Been pretty impressed with Aaron Williams there in 4th. Haven't talked about him all day long, but that number 26 has moved his way into the top 5 and is currently running in the 4th position. So a great run right now for the 26. But it's all Steven Gonzalez right now off of the final turn here to come down to the stripe. He runs a groove higher there than does Josh Perry. But he still maintains his lead. White flag will be displayed this time for the Steven Gonzalez machine. Gonzalez leads by about a car length over Josh Perry, who is within striking distance. Where will he make his move, if he will? He's right on the back bumper. He puts it to the inside of Steven Gonzalez. Perry is alongside, but he won't have the preferred line coming down to this turn. Oh, yes, he will, actually. Oh, they're at a dead heat. Caution is out. Caution is waving, but it doesn't matter. We're racing it to the line. Look at this. Look at Steven Gonzalez hanging there with the car of Steven Gonzalez, but this time he loses ground. Steven Gonzalez, through those S's, comes away with the lead. Perry, I don't think we've heard the last of him, though. Caution's out, but we're racing it to the line for the checkers. Steven Gonzalez leads. Josh Perry there in second. Will he be able to close in here? Through the final turn, the long turn. And Steven Gonzalez's lead opens up. He's going to win this race. No way that Josh Perry can catch him. And Steven Gonzalez is going to win race number 3 here at Mexico City. If you were saying that in Spanish, it would be Steven Gonzalez Gana at Mexico City. Gana means wins. The car that we went under the caution flag for, I think, may have been Jacob Rodriguez and Josh Osborne. Oh, dear. Oh, my. Last week's winner and the guy who came in second in the standings. There is Osborne. And there is Jacob Rodriguez. Doesn't look like any damage to those cars, but they come away with 26th and 27th. That's not good. They came in 2nd and 5th in the standings, respectively. Let's see what involved them. Well, here we go. Josh Osborne. It looks like another car just makes the turn. Too hot. And right there, makes some contact. That was the number 8. Number 8, driven by William Duncan, turns around the Josh Osborne machine, sends him into the sandpit, and boy, that's a tough break for him. And then Jacob Rodriguez has an incident further up. We'll show you what happened there. Alright, there's Jake Cole. He's in the grass. He comes up the racetrack, makes contact with Luke Walker. And that's just going to block the racetrack. Matthew Rodriguez is going to have nowhere to go. I think that was Ryan Acosta right there. There is last week's winner, Jacob Rodriguez. Right there, I think that might have been Bryon LaFlair Jr. No, that was Samet Ozkan again. Right there, I think that is Robert Brooks, possibly. No, I don't think so. No, who is that? Can't make it out. Oh, it's Jack Nayten, who came in doing so well in the standings as well, and I think actually right behind him, that's Bryon LaFlair Jr. And Mike Flanagan, I think, got held up behind that as well. He did indeed. And there you see Josh Osborne able to continue on, get out of that sandpit, but oh boy, another dynamic finish here in the National Guard IndyCar Series. So here are the official standings. Steven Gonzalez wins this race. He only won it by 0.2 of a second over Joshua Perry. I was actually surprised it was that close. Jack Richards in 3rd, Aaron Williams 4th, and Robert Brooks comes away with 5th, James Qualls 6th, Joseph Bryant 7th, Justin Perry 8th, Matt Nayten 9th, and Pichu London finishes in 10th. 11th was Tim Walsh, William Duncan in 12th, Hunter Gauntz in 13th, Ryan Acosta 14th, Luke Walker 15th, then it was Alexandra Jones, our points leader coming into this race, finished in 16th position, Brandon Bain in 17th, 18th was Charles Jackson, Samet Ozkan in 19th, Robert Bann finishing in 20th position. He did pick up 7 spots on that last restart, so that will help him a bit in the standings to remain possibly in contention. Jack Nayten, who came in the, I believe he was 4th. No, he was 3rd in the standings coming into this race, 21st. Bryon LaFlair Jr., Matthew Rodriguez, 22nd and 23rd. Jake Cole, 24th. Mike Flanagan in 25th. And then second in the standings coming into this race, Josh Osborne comes away with 26th, and 27th was last week's winner, Jacob Rodriguez. Let's take a look now and see how the standings are affected by the way they finished here today at Mexico City. Well, Alexandria Jones is still the points leader, but we have a new second place points runner. That's Joshua Perry, who moves in only 15 points behind Alexandra Jones now. Steven Gonzalez's win puts him up to 3rd. Robert Brooks remains in 4th. 5th now is Joshua Osborne. He slips a total of 4 spots. Jack Nayten also falls. He falls to 6th. William Duncan is 7th. Robert Bann falls to 8th. Then it's Justin Perry in 9th and James Qualls in 10th. A total of 64 points separating the top 10. Joseph Bryant moves back up the ladder. He's up to 11th. Matt Nayten also moves back up the line to 12th. Jacob Rodriguez fell all the way from 5th to 13th in the standings after his poor dead last finish here today. Tim Walsh 14th, Matthew Rodriguez is 15th. Rest of the top 20 in the standings are Pichu London, Jack Richards, Aaron Williams, Hunter Gauntz, and Charles Jackson. No means out of the championship picture. Then you've got Brandon Bain 21st, Luke Walker 22nd, Bryon LaFlair Jr. 23rd, Mike Flanagan 24th, Ryan Acosta 25th, 26th will be Jake Cole, and Samet Ozkan 27th in the standings. So, this race is over. No DNFs, but drivers going up and down the ladder here in the point standings. Next race will be coming to you from Verlandering Speedway. That's going to be a very interesting race. See what happens there. Hope you tune in for that, as we will be saying sayonara now, or as they say in Mexico City, adios! You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Sports Channel. This has been the National Guard IndyCar Series.